It's time to learn how to psychologically manipulate your friends and family. I'm ready.
Staying silent in a conversation prompts people to reveal more information.
Oh, that's actually true. The less that you say, the more that somebody else says. Andrew is a really good proof of this because Andrew will just say something and that lets someone speak. And he doesn't reply, he doesn't interrupt them ever, he just lets them speak.
Fuck these old men.
Who's your least favorite old man?
Clarence Thomas.
Brett Kavanaugh. Fuck him.
The less that you speak, the more that someone else feels the need to fill the gap in the conversation because they think it's a little bit awkward. So the more juicy details they spell, and the more that you interrupt someone, the less that you're able to get out of them. It's very true.
Remember the official name, but I call it the "what color is your shoe" trick. The idea is that if a child is having a meltdown, you catch them off guard by throwing in a random question. Their brain has to shift gears away from the irrational melting down side and back to the rational. What color are my shoes? I've used it. It works great.
Oh, that sounds like a really good idea as well. If a child's like absolutely screaming about, I want the chocolate, I want the chocolate. And you're like, Billy, what's your favorite character in Pokemon? They're like, I like Sharpedo. And you're like, Billy, that's a stupid choice. Why do you like Sharpedo? No one's favorite Pokemon is Sharpedo. And then they start crying again. I shouldn't be a parent.
When you are in a room full of people, make a joke and watch out for who looks at each other first while laughing. People tend to look at the person they are most keen of first when something makes them laugh. It's got something to do with unconscious reassurance.
No, I just look at the person that I need. Yeah, no, it's unconscious reassurance. You need reassurance in the person that you look up to the most.
This is a really easy and harmless method to make yourself more likable as the funny one and to figure out the relationships between people when you get into a new setting. Like, for example, a new workplace.
Oh, that's I think that's kind of smart. That could work.
If you want someone to agree with what you're saying, nod while saying it, they'll unconsciously nod back, which tricks their brain into taking what's being said as fact.
Oh, that's actually that's so messed up. That's funny. I don't know if that actually works though. If someone inherently disagrees with something, I don't think just nodding and be like, yeah, so I think that British ginger people should have no rights. And actually what we should do is round them up and dig a really big hole and just like throw them in the hole. Don't like cover the hole, just put them in the hole and just let them, I don't know, figure it out. They can form like a new town or village in there.
Really effective in job interviews. If you keep talking whilst giving someone an item, they will usually take it automatically.
True! This works really well when you have like a wrapper. You unwrap something and you just like start a conversation with someone, you hand it to them and they're just like, they unconsciously take it and then they're just holding like a Magnum dong wrapper or something along those lines.
Give them an option where you'll be fine with either outcome. This way they won't think to say no, but rather the more appealing option. This works particularly well with kids. So instead of something like eat your broccoli, it turns to do you want broccoli or carrots? Or instead of wash the dishes, do you want to wash the dishes or do the laundry?
Ooh, this is, oh my god, I'm gonna become such a good manipulator after this. Yeah, it's not, do you want to take the dog out for a walk or do you want to give me a foot massage? And then, and then you have a foot massage. It's great.
Changing the words you use to describe or talk about something can help change your association with that thing. Alcoholics often call it the bottle instead of the actual alcohol of choice after quitting. Divorced people refer to the ex instead of calling them by name. We develop a kind of emotional context around the words we use.
Yeah.
By changing the words, we can change the context. I know there's one trick that's amazing. Being genuinely nice to people will make them like you and be friendly.
What? Wait, no, I don't think that's true. No, that's gotta be cap. No, there's no way. That's not true, right? Have you guys tried that before? Nah.
Changes the way you think about yourself and your perception. In the face theory.
Just because you think something and you feel a certain way does not make that the truth of the world. And also, just because you feel a certain way and have a certain emotion about something does not mean that everybody inherently understands that you have that emotion and feel that way. You may feel very strongly about something and feel that people are dismissing you because they don't understand your strong emotions, but they just don't they don't know that you have those strong emotions. So it's good to talk to people and have a conversation about things that you feel strongly about so that they know that you feel strongly about it, rather than just assuming that they already know.
Really big first, then appear to compromise for a smaller thing, for instance asking to borrow $1,000, then after being declined, ask to borrow $50. The person will be more inclined to say yes, as it seems relatively reasonable compared to the first request.
This is literally how you do any kind of negotiation. Like anytime I've ever done a negotiation for a sponsor, you always go in above where you think that you should be, and they'll always come in below where they think they'll be, and then you arrive somewhere in the middle. There's never usually like, hey, can I have a $1 billion for a Rabe Shamo Legend? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you a $1 billion.
If you're looking for something in the room that the other person has hidden, just shout that you found it. They'll normally look directly at the object.
What?
Benign neglect, ignoring poor behavior from individuals who know already how they are acting, is inappropriate, can be more effective in negating the unwanted behavior than reprimanding. Many times the initial poor behavior is simply acted out to gain attention.
I don't think that's true. I think that if you ignore poor behavior from people, then you're just enabling them to continue being that way.
In conversation with someone,
I might be wrong though.
Speaking, reach out with your hand in a please give that to me type of motion, assuming they are actually holding something. Phone/coffee/wallet. They will likely subconsciously hand that item to you, realizing they are doing it.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the hand something to them while you're having a conversation. If you're just like, no? If you just like hold your hand out, like they're like, oh yeah, okay. Or they may like clock on if they're conscious enough to clock on and be like, what are you doing? Why are you holding your hand out? I'm not gonna give my coffee to you.
I'm not saying you should keep it, but when they stop talking they will have an honest confusion about why you have their said item in your hands.
Hold on a second, how did my penis get in your hands?
Bonus points for playing dumb and throwing it back at them.
Oh yeah, I'll throw
Questioning
back
why
at
the
them.
heck they would have given it to you. People are more likely to agree to do something if you ask them to do something harder first. If we want to borrow specific amount of money, like $100, we should ask them to lend us $200, and when they refuse, we ask for the amount we wanted from the beginning. Also, chew gum if you are nervous. That will trick your brain to think that everything is alright.
Is our pea brain really that simple where it just think, we are eating, we are chewing something, things must be good, no stress, eat food, good, grug.
Because you're eating, and that means you're not in danger.
Oh my
Calm
god.
you down.
Dude, we really are animals. We're straight up just dumb animals.
Saying I always play rock before a game of rock, paper, scissors, then actually playing rock makes you win most of the time. Also, saying you don't
What?
like something is
Nah.
one of the best ways to receive that thing. X. Saying I don't like
Hey Pat, give us 10 gifted subs. No, I'm not gonna give you 10 gifted subs.
pasta results in many people offering you pasta to prove you wrong. Turning down. When someone is yelling at you, our first instinct is to turn up and increase our intensity, often raising our voice.
Okay, give us 5. See, now that's more reasonable. Okay, I'll give you 5 subs. Okay.
Try turning down and countering their intensity with apathy. This tends to disarm people and avoids pointless argument.
I think this is good and that this works most of the time. Like, if you don't meet them at their level of intensity and you like bring it down, that it usually does work. And also you meet them on like their emotional level. Like clearly if someone is angry and upset about something, you validate their feelings, be like, you know, you're angry here. It's okay to be angry. Like, I get it, but, and then go on and people be like, okay, they validate my feelings at the very least. I feel a little bit better.
I use this almost daily with clients who want to try and get their way by yelling. Usually I just respond, oh, okay, or staying quiet while they throw a tantrum. It ends things much faster and you keep your own dignity.
Yeah, because in the heat of the moments, when people are very emotional, yelling facts and logic at them is not gonna get them to shut down. Like, you can't just have an argument like Ben Shapiro. Actually, I have some facts and logic on my side, and a scientific paper that that shows that I'm correct. They're not. If there's someone who's emotional and upset, they're not gonna be like, oh, it looks like you have facts and logic on your side. I have been defeated, and now I am calm. That doesn't work.
But if you're sickly nervous about something potentially positive like a job interview or a performance, take a little time to convince yourself you're actually excited about it and you really want it to happen. Imagine how uncomfortably slow life feels if you're never pushed out your comfort zone. Sounds
True.
painfully obvious, but it's really helped me out a bunch.
Every time you get pushed out your comfort zone, you learn, you gain new experiences, you gain new memories. But it's so hard to go outside your comfort zone. I'm saying this as a person that sits in his house and records reaction videos and streams and makes Pokemon videos all day. Like, it's hard to get outside your comfort zone. I know. But when you do, that is the only time that you create new memories. Otherwise, life just brushes you past, and all of a sudden you're 40 years old, and you have a cat, and you never got married, and you're a little sad.
You want to find out what's bugging your kid, but they won't open up to you. Ask them while they're doing something they enjoy. Distracted kids are more honest to questioning as their brains aren't thinking about the repercussions of their answers as much.
Or don't have
When
kids.
you want to change someone's mind, agree with them initially, then mask your argument against the idea as a natural evolution of their own idea. Works great with clients. Example client, I want you to make my poster have a Comic Sans font. Me, in my head, that's the effing dumbest idea ever. Me,
True.
to the client, that's great. That would be fun.
Oh
But
my
I know
god.
you're
Dude, I hate it when people type like that. Like, I know that you don't mean that. I hate when people type in corporate speak. They're like, wow, this sounds like a really good idea, and I'd love to talk to you more about this. I'm like, shut up. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't love to talk to, just talk like a normal person. Just say, okay, oh no, that sounds good. That sounds good. I'm chill with that. That's
But
fine.
also
You don't have to
cares
talk with
about
corporate
being
speak.
on
I hate corporate speak. I hate emails.
Cutting edge of trends and Comic Sans has started to get overused, so how about a font that takes Comic Sans to the next level? Balance your fun and personal tone with your impeccable awareness for what the future holds.
Dude, if anyone told me this, I'd just be like, I'm not your client anymore. But how dare you? How dare you type out this sentence towards me? Who do you think I am?
Feeling like a genius. That's perfect. Make it happen, design slave.
Make it happen, and I'll give you lots and lots of recognition. Oh, I'll give you so much recognition.
If you want someone to like you more, ask them for a very small favor. For instance, may I use your pen? They will usually comply to avoid seeming like an a-hole. This will create cognitive dissonance. If they don't like you, why are they helping you? They will begin to feel more friendly toward you.
Does that work? Just like a little thing, little by little? I mean, I kind of do agree that friendships form little by little. There's not just like one big act that makes you a best buddy with someone. Every little act keeps them in your mind and thinking positively about that person over and over and over again until all of a sudden you're like best buddies with someone because you've done like a ton of little acts that have kept that person constantly like in your head, and it's only positive thoughts. It's always good stuff usually, but it's only like little things, and then all of a sudden you're like besties. Pat, may I use your pen? No. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thanks.